Hey everybody, it's Matt from endsickness.org. Today I'm going to be talking about why organic food is worth the extra money. First I'll discuss my experiences eating organic. Then I'll talk about how they use 100 times the amount of pesticides that they used 40 years ago. We'll talk about how glyphosate affects the Shikimate pathway, which affects phytonutrient production. Talk about how phytonutrients are actually the most important part and the most nutritious part of plants and how they're compromised by glyphosate. Talk about the concerns with GMO and the excessive use of glyphosate on GMO crops. I'll talk about the effects of glyphosate on your gut microbiome. And I'll also discuss about how glyphosate causes cancer and other conditions that have been shown in studies. So first, let me talk about my experiences eating organic. Originally, when I started eating organic, I thought it was just more money. It was expensive. I didn't really think it was worth it. But then within a period of a couple months of eating organic, I started to feel better, started to feel cleaner, started to feel more stable blood sugar, less bloating after meals, better stomach symptoms, clearer in my mind, probably a little bit better mental health symptoms, a little bit clearer, sharper, etc. But I will tell you, it wasn't extremely easy to tell the differences between eating organic and not until, 2-3 months, even up to 6 months later. But I had come across so much data that showed the importance of choosing organic food that I felt it was worth giving it a shot. Specifically, the thing that really changed my mind the most was this. 100 times the amount of glyphosate is used now versus 1974. So in the last 39 years, they have increased 100-fold their use of glyphosate. The thing that's scary about that is they used the amount of glyphosate they thought was safe back in 1974. What's considered as GRAS, G-R-A-S, generally recognized as safe. And over the course of the 39 years, they keep increasing the amount that they claim to be safe. And it's really just they're increasing the amount they claim to be safe in relation to how much more they need to use to keep these pests at bay. So if they need to apply 10% more this year, then guess what? They're going to increase the amount that is safe by 12% or 10% so that everything looks like it's still safe. So pesticides have been increased 100-fold in the last 40 years. It's a very scary statistic. Glyphosate, what it does with plants is it affects the Shikimate pathway, okay? The reason that this is important is because the Shikimate pathway is responsible for producing phytonutrients in plants. Phytonutrients are the thing that the plant produces to resist pathogens. Like the smell of basil, the smell of oregano are produced by phytonutrients in the plant, and those oils that are in the leaf that produce the smell push the pathogens or the pests, the bugs away. They keep them away. The problem is that when you use glyphosate and it impairs the production of these phytonutrients, you're left with a plant that doesn't have that much nutrition. Yeah, it may have vitamins, may have minerals, it may have limited phytonutrients, but it's not going to have the maximum amount of phytonutrients that you need. And these phytonutrients are the most important part, as we'll discuss here. Phytonutrients are lost when you're using glyphosate on the crops. And phytonutrients are the part that actually train your immune system. They're the component of the food that are immune modulators. They're far more important than vitamins, okay? We've been trained to think that vitamins are the only thing, vitamins, minerals are the only thing that are in plants, and those are the main benefits of plants, when in fact they're not. Some of the main benefits come from the phytonutrients present in the plant and the fiber actually in the plant. Both of those feed the gut microbiome, they alter the bacterial community, they modulate the immune system, they help remove toxins, all kind of various things. GMOs are now account for 56% of all the crops produced, okay? GMOs are very scary because the reason they created GMO is so it can actually stand more of the glyphosate without killing the plant. Genetically modified plants have the ability to resist high levels of glyphosate and it does not kill the plant. If they're not genetically modified and you spray that much glyphosate on it, it will destroy the plant. So the GMO crops to me are the most concerning because those are the ones that are sprayed the most, right? And the majority of foods nowadays are GMO, which is, highly concerning because there's not long-term studies that have been done on it. There's studies on the animals that have shown potential issues 6 months, a year later, but not a ton of studies, and we're eating endless amounts of these GMO crops just doused with glyphosate. So what are the effects of glyphosate on the gut microbiome? They've shown that it helps to create resistant bacterial infections, so the pathogens are not killed by glyphosate, but guess what is? The lactobacillus, the bifidobacterium, the key species that you need to keep your immune system modulated, to break down food, to get the nutrients out of your food, to resist pathogens, etc. So glyphosate has negative effects on the gut microbiome. It can not only disrupt the bacterial communities, it can create resistant bacteria, it can cause you to have leaky gut, increase the intestinal permeability. This is all based on studies, okay? This is not just information I came up with, this is all scientific data that's out there. You could look very easily. Glyphosate effect on gut microbiome study. You'll see tons of studies out there. Glyphosate also has been proven to cause cancer. I mean, there was a guy that got millions and millions of dollars because he died from applying Roundup to all these weeds, you know, and the court ended up giving him, I think it was some immense amount of money. It was millions of dollars because the court determined that glyphosate exposure caused cancer. Despite this, we still use it on our food. And we are increasing the use of it consistently each year, and it's very scary, everybody. So if you're thinking that organic food isn't worth the money, I think it is personally. I don't want to get cancer. I don't want my gut microbiome to be disrupted. I don't want leaky gut. I don't want a dysfunctional immune system. I don't want my liver and my kidney function to be impaired. I don't want all these things. I'll pay the extra money to get some food that not only is better for me, but it tastes better. Organic food tastes much better. That bitter taste of the vegetables and the lack of sweetness in the fruits that you get with these traditional commercial products that are not organic turns me away. So key points to remember. I had good experiences eating organic. About 3 to 6 months into it, I saw the benefits, dramatic benefits. 100 times the pesticides are used now than they were used in 1974. Glyphosate blocks the Shikimate pathway, which stops the production of essential nutrients called phytonutrients. These phytonutrients modulate the immune response. They help your good bacteria grow. They fight pathogens. They do a lot of really important things. And because of the use of glyphosate, phytonutrients are lost, and that is the most important nutrient in the plant, not vitamins and minerals. GMOs allow them to put more glyphosate even on the crops than they do on non-GMO crops. Glyphosate has been shown to affect the gut microbiome negatively, affect the immune system negatively, cause leaky gut. It's been shown to cause cancer, etc. These should be good reasons that you should start eating organic, at least most of the time, right? At least get your fruits and vegetables organic. So if you have any questions about eating organic or anything that you want to state, put them in the comments. Feel free to reach out to me via my website, endsickness.org. This is for educational purposes only. It's based on my personal experiences, scientific data that's out there, and the experiences of my clients as well. So thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the video and have a great day.